Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Hello, you small making freaks out there. It's time to light that campfire and set up those tents. But you must be aware of what lurks in the darkness. Cause you're going to be hiding in your sleeping bags and covering your faces as we enter Camptober.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, and I'm hanging out with
his co-host and future ghost, just Logan.
And welcome to Camptober, week number 4. Dude, yeah, it's weird that it's just the two of us for Camptober, but once again, scheduling and getting everybody dialed in has been quite the eventful thing for old Golden J.
Yeah, this is the first Camptober episode recorded in October.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Because all the first 3 were all recorded at the campground in late August.
It's also the only Camptober one not recorded at a campground. I have a little fake fire that I could put up, but it's powered by a fan, so it's probably not podcast friendly. So Golden J just can edit some crickets and cicadas and Ozzy making noise into the background.
Oh my God. Yeah, you've got a couple Camptobers under your belt before we recorded this. What's your take on that?
So far, so good. We did J-Dubs. J-Dubs was first.
Yes.
And then this week was... Fuck me. I just listened to everything.
Dude. It was the rocker chick, Brad.
Yeah, it was the rocker chick.
Yep.
So all that's left is you, which is next week.
Yep.
And then this would be the week following?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got it.
Roger.
And we did we've already recorded it because of scheduling. We recorded the Camptober Chiller Filler.
The Chiller Filler's knocked out already, too?
Yep. Already taken care of. I know. And
No, look at you. You're good. You got it locked in. I wish I was as locked in as you. I got so much shit I got to do.
Yeah, but
we still got to do one more, or 2 more, the other sides.
Yep. Well, yeah, we'll do another one for, of course, this will come out after that will come out, I think. But, yeah, figure in podcast world, it's so difficult.
It's wild. And then I still have to record another Tug.
Yep.
Which would be Mendez's Halloween-esque one. And then I've got stuff to do on my end, too, for my stream stuff and all that.
Yep. Are you doing something special for October?
Yeah, we're doing since Halloween actually lands on a Friday this year, for once it's on a decent fucking day.
Right.
So congrats to all those kids out there that actually get to go do Halloween on a weekend, at the beginning of a weekend. That's
right.
Great. But that means I can also do what I want to do. So inventory will be done. It will be time to unwind. We're going to be doing a spooky-thon on the stream. So we're gonna start streaming. We're gonna go for a bunch of hours, and if we hit our tip goal that we're looking at, we're gonna do a big party afterwards in Discord where everybody can hop in with their cameras and wear costumes and
nice
do all that jazz. And we're already the tip goal is $666 because Halloween spooky. We're already up to 300, and we've got 8 more streams to go before the 31st. So I think we'll make it.
All right, sounds good.
We'll see.
You'll be throwing a party with costumes. Maybe some of those costumes you don't want to see.
That's fine. It's in Discord. You can't get in trouble for that, so it'll be all right.
Oh my. Well, I could always just
wrapped up recording with the boys for the Golden 80s Halloween episode.
Yes.
Which will have aired by now?
God, who? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Knows?
Yeah. Me and Frankie did 2 episodes tonight. This is actually my 3rd recording of the night. So after doing 2 recordings last night and 2 recordings Tuesday night, I've been doing a lot of recording.
Yeah, I bet you're fucking tuckered out.
I might be a little. You're gonna get me at my slap happy best. Here we go.
I mean, you picked the wrong one for last because my fucking cases always kind of run a little long, but I hope it didn't. I hope it's not long.
That's all right because with this episode I got nowhere to go, Lance. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go but sleep. You'll hear it in the tug, because the tug's where he found out that I wasn't going to be doing Nightmare, what you all did on, whatchamacallit.
Dream Warriors, yep. Does he get a little hot-headed on me, does he?
Yeah, he a little.
He'll get over it.
If I would have been there, it would have been even longer. We would have started this much later.
I did try to adjust it last minute because I did get a text message. It's like, I can't believe, and I'm like, well, I can fix it. And I think I actually IM'd you and like, hey, if we did this, and then I IM'd him, and he's like, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, fuck. What am I supposed to do? This is why the schedule is.
There you go. That's better though. That's his fault.
It's absolutely his fault. Every bit of it. So you weren't on that episode because Lance couldn't do it.
There you go. That's easy. Solved. We'll allow it.
Listen, man, I've got you dialed in for like 3 to 4 weeks of recording, and not let alone what my schedule is recording with, everything else. And it was just kind of easier to do it this way. But like I said, it's nothing personal. I just don't want to stretch everybody else super thin because you have your brochizo stuff that you're working on, and I've got to put together like 4 to 8 different people for different things. And
at the end of the day, I'm going to be on 3 Halloween-related podcasts. I mean, we did mine for the Tug, Lance's for the Tug, which are both on Golden 80s.
Right.
And then this. And then, I'm on a few things for this month for Tuesop.
Right. Yeah, if you're going to get an extra, you probably got an extra other side in there. And you're going to have more coming as we enter November because we still got to go over all the October stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot going on. You'll find out when you listen to the fucking next week's Chiller Filler, the first thing out of my mouth is, I fucking hate October.
First of all, this October, like, we're already on. Right now, it's the 9th.
Yep.
And it just doesn't feel. I don't know about your neck of woods, but it just does not feel like October here. Like, there's not a whole lot of spooky stuff going on. The stuff in the store seems kind of drawn back to what it normally is. There's not as many promotions as there normally is. Like, I don't know what's going on this year, but it just doesn't seem as big a swing than it normally is.
Right.
At least in my neck of the woods.
So around here, you're seeing a lot more of the yard decorations. You're seeing tons and tons of them around here. The one we have talked about in the last couple years on Tucson, just down the road, the guy is just putting up massive amounts of the big skeletons and the big witches and stuff like that. This year he's got a skeleton playing a violin out in the yard, which is really cool. And those are those 12 to 14 foot skeletons. You know what I'm talking about?
Those big ass ones, yeah.
Big ass ones. I did get a phone call, a video chat from my grandson the other night from Aspen, and he's like, Grandpa, I thought of you, and it was a skeleton sitting on a toilet, and it said, "Thinking while stinking." He's like, I thought of you. And then they rolled us around their town to 2, possibly 3. I can't remember if it was over the third one or not, of just massive Halloween decorations at a couple of his houses. So when me and the rocker chick were up there on this last Saturday, we drove down and just looked at, during the daytime, just looked at them. We got to get up there one of these nights here in the next couple of weeks to go see them.
Yeah, it's the opposite here. We usually have a bunch of, on a certain street, there's usually a bunch of them, and there's way less this year. So maybe it's just a Texas thing. Maybe Texas just isn't feeling the spirit this year.
Man, you know what? It came in like a wildfire. I mean, it was like, hello, guess what? It's October. And, people just missed it, I think. I think it happened so damn quick.
I haven't even decorated, so I can't really throw shade. Normally I decorate my porch, and I ain't even fucked with it. But, I mean, my house is still full of fucking wedding shit and everything, so I don't want to be digging out more shit and just drowning in decorations. I got no urge.
I don't blame you. You guys spent all that time decorating for that, so there you go.
I'm just fucking worn the fuck out.
Yeah.
Hanging stuff up and taking stuff back down. I don't fucking think so.
Oh, I can't wait for you to hear the Chiller Filler. We actually play the audio clips that I caught at the jail. We go through all of them. The girls debunk a couple of them. We had 14 clips. They had a couple of them. They were like, no, I'm pretty sure that was the rocker chick saying something in the background. And I played the clip from what your mom sent me from Lloyd Hall, because I didn't realize that she had went back up into the attic while we were packing up and getting everything situated to leave to do another session, and she did it by herself. And man, what a great EVP she caught during that. So
yeah, like I said, last week I took a trip up there by myself to load up the car with as much shit as I could, and she was there by herself. And the whole time that I'm going up and down the ladder and sweating, she's just playing audio and talking to me about all of it. She was very excited about all of it, and then she was talking about she wants to do more and she's learning more. And the whole time I'm telling her, I was like, that's great, and she was like, it, and I was like, but it was like, keep that spooky shit to yourself. But she's like, I think I'm sensitive to it. And I was like, I don't doubt that. I think there might be something in the family. And I was like, but I've had my experience, and it was not good, and I would just rather not.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's good for you. But I was like, I'm all right.
Man, she is definitely addicted, and she's loving it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for her. I'm excited to do more investigations with her, because that means that I get to spend more time, either down there or, or them coming up here. I don't, whatever we end up deciding to do, but I'm just excited to spend more time with them and kind of do those fun things like that. And they're a little creepy. They're a little scary. Don't get me wrong. We had some, in our Lloyd Hall visit, we had one scary moment, but other than that, the rest of the time there was nice and chill, and we got some good stuff, hopefully. So
yeah,
I still have tons of evidence to go over yet, but damn.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
Yeah,
and I know she has some stuff, so she's like, I need to send him to this so he can go through this, and I was like, oh, good luck, dude.
It's gonna be one of those days where I just lock myself in the studio and just spend hours and hours going through. Because a couple of those audio clips are over 5 hours long.
I don't envy the people that work on those shows, especially those shows where they're there for like 24 hours.
Right.
And that's not just like, okay, I got to go through one thing of 24 hours. It's each individual person's camera and mic and this recorder and that recorder, and holy shit. Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because if you think about it, on those big shows, they've got 5-6 cameras set up with audio and whatever audio they're carrying with them. You know, it'd be anywhere between 2 to 6 members of the team. So if you're there for that long, just imagine setting through just silence for 5 or 6 hours. You know, if they left a camera running somewhere, and we did that. We have an audio. We have a little Olympus, you know, recorder here that just we hit record and set it down.
Well, I still have like 3 of those that I borrowed from Radio Shack when I was doing my stuff. So.
Borrowed.
I still have my giant car magnets from when I was doing that in Indiana, and they're on my fridge. So.
What did you call yourself back then?
What the hell was it? It's Kosciuszko County something. I see it every day.
I know. Like you just said, it was on your fridge. I thought it would just pop, you know, real quick, and but I guess not. He's got to go get it off the fridge.
KPI, Kosciuszko County Paranormal Investigations. KPI.
There you go. Nice.
But yeah, I still have all those recorders, my EMF detector, and all that. All of my stuff is lower rent technology because it was back before it was as massively produced and distributed. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as popular when you were digging into it when you were up here. So, I mean, fuck, that's been what 12, 14 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
that was back. When Connor was getting his start too.
Right.
He was just getting big.
Yep.
Everything, because I talked to him quite a bit back then. I also talked to those fucking wretched old bitches that went to J-Dub's house too. The mean, ornery bastards.
Yeah.
Those ladies. I forget what they're called too.
I don't remember, and it's not worth remembering.
No, they were shitheads. Oh, sweet Jesus. As soon as I listened to y'all talk to Jada the first time she said their names, I was like, no, not those old bitches.
I'm part of groups on Facebook, and I keep waiting for them to pop up. But apparently after they saw the documentary on YouTube, they reached out to her again. And I said something, I was like, man, I think they're probably just trying to grab onto your...
some clout?
Yeah, exactly. So, because obviously they haven't done jack shit, because nobody really knows about them unless you have watched A Haunting or listened to the documentary. So, yeah, it's insane. It is what it is, though. Anything else exciting going on? I mean...
Not really. Just started inventory at work today, so it's just going to be a bunch of counting and bullshit. I think this weekend I got 4 free tickets to the Renaissance Festival, so I think Saturday we're going to load the kiddos up, drive out there, and let them walk around the festival because they've never been.
Right.
So that should be a good time. It should be a lot of walking. I'll hate my life afterwards, but you know.
Yeah.
Let them experience, and this might be the only time that I go this fucking year because I really just stopped feeling it whatsoever. My sister will absolutely shit on me if she finds out I'm not going. So we'll see how that shakes out.
When you throw a big party like that, you don't tend to want to do anything else for a minute.
It just sucks the fucking life right out of you as far as.
Absolutely, it does.
Just the thought of loading up the vehicle and unloading it and all that, just like, oh, good God, shoot me.
It's true. I think we're getting ready to hit inventory the 1st of November, so J-Dub's going to be completely wrapped up in that. Which,
I wish ours was November. My October would be so much more enjoyable if it was not in fucking October.
Right.
But
I hate inventory. I don't really have a whole lot to do with it these days. I might lend a helping hand here and there if she asks for something, but I remember my early days of working there in materials management, and you'd have to be there at 6 a.m., and you were lucky to get out at 6 p.m. because it was just a one-day count. And before they got it completely adjusted, you could have one piece here, and then one piece on the other side, and then one piece over there, and this is what your list is going down. But They had a couple people come in and say, "This is stupid. Why are you doing it this way?" And they worked it out so you could walk up to a shelf and just go down. And it cut it in half. It cut the time in half.
Ours is different because, like, our shops are all manned by 2-3 person staffs and everything. And so, it's coming, so you just put everything in code book order as much as you can, which we keep our shop relatively in code book order regardless. And so you do they send you, about 2 weeks before, they send you a big stack of paper. And that's like your preliminary count. You count all this shit, enter it into the computer, and then it will print you out a list of what you're over and you're short. And then you recount it just to check just the over short stuff. And then you submit it one last time. You leave it like that, and then eventually somebody from corporate or something rolls up, and they come, and they're supposed to count everything, but really what they do is they count all the big, really fucking expensive shit.
Right.
And they're like, okay, this is here, you're not bullshitting this is great, and fuck off. So it's not like Radio Shack days where, like, literally, like you said, I got there early as shit in the morning, had to run the store like normal, and then as soon as the store closed, locked it, and ain't nobody fucking leaving until it's done. And I'm talking, I mean, like, stupid fucking late, because Radio Shack was cell phones, iPads, iPods, TVs, and then that's not including your batteries, your watch batteries, all the parts drawer shit, the diodes. I mean, it was fucking, and they'd be like, "Don't worry, we'll buy you guys pizza." And it's like, it's not fucking worth it. And there's that one time that I got absolutely fucking shit-faced the night before one. And fucking just regretted my life the whole fucking day. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the good Radio Shack when you used to be able to walk in there and buy all the little parts and pieces you needed to solder together to make whatever you were making. And yeah, I spent a lot of time in there digging through bins, and it's like, this is what I need, and I need one of these. And oh yeah, the good old days. Prior to them even being prepackaged, where you just walk up to the fucking little hangy shelf there and just pull them off a hook. But yeah, the fun days of really couldn't afford it, but I needed it. So, they were 69 cents and I needed 8 of them. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The good old days. Yeah, not looking forward to inventory. I know J-Dub's not looking forward to it at all, so. But we'll get through it.
Every year, yep. Like I said, it seems to come around faster and faster every year, so. We'll get it done, and then next year, hopefully, at the beginning of the year, we get a third person. We'll make my life a lot easier. So.
That'll be nice.
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, and we're aiming we'll probably just end up hiring another buddy.
Right on.
Somebody else that's just looking for a good old-fashioned 8 to 5, 5 days a week. Just chunk them in there.
There you go.
And have them do all the manual labor, and I'll just sit my ass at the counter and fucking be counter guy.
It's like, I got things to research over here. We got shit to do.
But yeah, that's about it. I said spooky season is chugging on through. Doesn't seem as spooky. Got inventory coming up. Bunch of media creations. Like I said, a bunch of Twitch stuff. A bunch of all this kind of stuff. It just kind of seems like that's what. It's hard to. I was thinking about it earlier today, literally, and I messaged Stick, and I was like, "Do you remember what you did every day before you started doing all of this?"
Right.
Like before you were making sure you had post every day, or planning your next stream, or this, and this. And he was like, "No, not really." And I was like, "Me neither." I was like, I can't remember what I did with all my time before all of this started. Like, I was like, how did I fill all my time? Because now all my time is like, okay, I've got time, so I need to be writing this episode, or planning the stream, or updating the OBS, or alerts, or talking to somebody about a collaboration. And I was like, what was it like? What did I fill my time with beforehand? Because I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have had that thought a time or two myself. I was like, the big one that gets me is that when we first started doing podcasts, we started with Murder Nerds, and it would take me 2 or 3 days to edit an episode of Murder Nerds. going back, making sure every little thing was out of there. And now I can edit, in, less than 2 hours or less than an hour, depending on how long the episode is. And just kind of blow through it, because you're looking at that whole world completely different than what it was when we first started. So, but yeah, I remember sitting in Kansas City, one weekend we went out for the AFC game. Phil went down to see his family, and I'm like, I'm going to sit here and edit Murd Nerds. And I sat there for like 4 or 5 hours and just hardcore edited this fucking episode on a fucking steel kitchen table and a steel chair. And it was absolutely fucking horrible to sit in that chair for that long. But,
it used to be, like I said, when I started streaming and everything, I didn't know anybody that, I knew Stick,
right?
But he didn't. When I started building out my stuff, I liked my stuff to look a certain way and everything, and his stuff was very like his own way, and so I didn't have anybody and I was using a different program, so I didn't have anybody to teach me how to build different layouts for different pages on OBS,
right?
Alerts, this and that. So I learned it all, and it used to take me like days to set up a new layout, a new screen, and now I can just do it in like an hour or so. And now I've got other people asking me like, "Hey, can you help me build this layout because you did so good over here?" And I was like, "When did I get here?"
Right? Exactly. Oh yeah. How did I get here?
I'll take it. I've always loved creating stuff, so it's like I said, it's hard to imagine what it was like when I was just not doing it.
Right.
Like I said, I don't really remember how I was filling my time. I was probably playing video games or just watching TV.
I know that I was making music before I started podcasting, and I haven't done that since I started podcasting.
Yeah. Like I said, life transitions in a weird way, but, on the bright side, it brought a lot of people into our lives. Now I talk to you so much more than beforehand and everything, so that's great, too. I got to meet Frankie. Somehow I reconnected with Lance, who I hadn't seen since 4th grade, just because he randomly happened across the United States Paranormal. Because me and him weren't even friends on Facebook when he found Tusop.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, wild. Absolutely fucking wild. And then, like I said, all that led to this, and this, and the next thing I know, I'm having, if I wouldn't have done this stuff, I would have absolutely never went out and done my other things, because, like, Wild Force New Frontier, I started, diving into that more, because I was learning about socials and stuff.
Right.
Doing Tusop. And then that led to me meeting Stick, which led to me seeing him stream, making me want to stream, and he helped convince me to do it. So, and then next thing I know, I'm getting married with people coming from all over the United States because of the streams and this, and then you're coming out here and then also going to investigate paranormal shit. When we started this, you didn't know anything about paranormal stuff.
Right.
So it's like that. It just completely alters your path. Wow.
Yeah. Think about that. When we started this, I didn't know anything, and I was very open about, I'm learning as I listen and research these stories, and I still got a lot to learn. Don't get me wrong. I don't know even half of what's out there, but man, I've learned so much in these last 4 years, and I'm looking forward to, like I said, moving on and actually going out and doing more investigations and having that stuff and getting better at it, because believe me, I suck at investigations. I am not good at them.
There's always room to improve. You gotta learn everything. Something we didn't touch base on, and you haven't talked about it. You got to see Matt in person, and I saw you guys sit down and talked once or twice.
We did. Yep.
So how did that? Y'all just talk about what the fuck? What was that about? What did you guys talk about? Because I wasn't part of any of that conversations.
We just caught up a little bit. We talked some audio, or let's put it this way. Golden Jay listened to some audio talk.
Yeah.
We listened to, the almost was, aspect of his life. I almost did this, or I was so close to being able to do that. We just talked about things like that. We talked about the business that he's running right now, and the fact that he may have to go into DJing to help kind of make things meet, and because in honest, being 100% transparent, running a studio is a musician's ultimate dream. And especially for somebody who studied audio and all that stuff like he did. I mean, that is the dream. The problem is that with technology the way it is now, Joe Blow, your average guy who would have paid you the studio money, is now just spending the money and putting Pro Tools on a fucking MacBook and doing it himself. It's not that the studio's dead, because, there are a lot of great audio engineers out there, but nobody wants to pay for it. And that was one of the things we talked about too, is even the studios are undercutting the other studios. And I've been saying that for years about bands. I mean, even when I was still young, I just shook my head, because we could walk in and had a set price for what a weekend was. We had $600 to $800 for an entire weekend. Was really good money, especially for the local bars here. The problem is that bands come in and say, well, if they're going to do it for $600, we'll do it for $400. Or this band, we'll do it for $3, we'll do it for $2. And before you know it, you got a band walks in and goes, well, we're going to bring in 150 people, so we'll just do it for the door. You pay us 50% of the door or 75% of the door. And most of the bars said, well, this sounds like good for us, because now we're not dumping any money out.
Yeah.
And you're in charge of bringing in your own weekend pull. And, it's great if you've got a solid following and you do bring 100 to 150 people into that bar on a Friday or Saturday night. But for those who are just starting out, here's your $20. These are the 4 people that paid at the door. And, we undercut. And in his industry right now, they're doing the same thing. They're undercutting each other. And it's like, they're doing it to survive. My prices for DJs keeps going up, because I started off cheap and was like, for the amount of work that I'm doing for these people, I need to get paid. And it's not that I'm being a dick, but, every year my price for my DJ goes up $100 to $200. So, and I'm still dead cheap. I'm still cheaper than most people. And I still feel good about that. I don't feel like I'm bucking anybody over. And I give them all the attention they need. And I don't desire to have those to make my mortgage payment either. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all good. But in his case, he's got a family to feed and he needs to do something. So he's going to, whatever he ventures out to do. I mean, I don't think Matt is dumb by any means. I think he's a very smart audio engineer. I think he knows a lot about the technical jargon of everything. I think he kind of lacks a little bit of that easy going to get along with to get the product that you want in the end. And I wish him the best of luck.
He's very clinical.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I definitely, as a lot of people met him over the weekend and everything, and that's very much what people came to me and said to me about him, is like, he's very, very clinical, and other words and whatnot. Bose was also there, and I don't think I said I didn't get to talk to him next to any, but he was there. I don't know if you got to talk to him.
I did. I made the effort to go say hi and meet him in person. We talked.
That's to be the first time you met him in person.
It is, and that was where we were going, where the conversation went. It's like, hey, he's like, I missed out on you in Dallas, and I'm like, I said, yeah, you should have come. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Beyond that, I didn't really have a lot to say. We just kind of some small talk, that lasted maybe 2 minutes at the most, and that was it. And he kind of went his way, and I went my way, because I'm still a little butthurt over the 200th, but I tried not to let that play into the wedding. They were there, I was there. We can get along. I don't need to say anything about it. Just let it go, and it was fine. But I just didn't have a lot to say to both, because we never really talked that much outside of
That's fair.
the monthly meetings that we had, or just listening to him talk on their pod or on your guys' pod.
I share a wall with him, and that was the most I've seen him in forever.
Yeah, that was one thing we talked about. Yeah,
is right there, and we don't ever see each other. Like, I've seen him like twice since he's moved here, because they don't ever come out of their fucking house. So, it's like I saw him at the wedding. He said a couple things to me, and then I don't even really remember what he said, and I don't know when he left. I mean,
right.
I got no fucking clue.
Right. Yeah.
They're there.
They did. They made it. They made the effort and come up and watched you do the deal. So, props to that. I mean, Matt was there quite a bit. I mean, he was there a lot. So
he stayed there. Yeah, he stayed there pretty late. I know he's bummed because he had to drive himself home because originally his wife was supposed to come with him, and so he was planning on getting drunk and all this and that, but she ended up not coming. So he ended up having to drive himself home at some point in the night. So he stayed pretty sober, but he also stayed pretty late. Like I said, I didn't feel like I hung out with much of anybody at the wedding, really. It all went by so fast. But I kind of forgot that all of Team Tejas was in one room. Like, completely spaced on it, man.
Yeah, I think your and my alone time was what, about 2.5 minutes? I mean, at the most, all weekend long.
Yeah, no, it was wild. Like I said, I was running around constantly, being pulled places, having to drive people places, go pick stuff up, do this. Just wild.
Yeah, part of the gig. It's part of the gig. How many episodes do we need to talk about tonight? Oh, wait, no, we're doing Camptober tonight.
Yeah, it's a case tonight, bitch.
All right.
It's a case tonight, so let's tear into this thing.
Let's go.
I think the last time I did a case was Vamptober?
No, you did one last year for
I didn't
Clowntober.
Clowntober. Remember last year I missed out.
Oh, that's right. You crashed because your computer system crashed.
Yeah, my computer was completely toast. So last year I missed out on
what?
So I think the last time I did a case was Vamptober.
I think you're probably right because we had it scheduled and then you had a major issue.
Yeah, I had to replace my whole rig and everything, which was not fucking cheap.
Yeah. So what did we do for camp for
I don't know how. I can't remember how you guys pivoted. I honestly don't remember what you filled it with.
So goddamn, we have so many episodes.
There's a lot, and you're just increasing the number tenfold with all these Route 66 ones. So.
How you loving the Route 66?
That's dope, man. I like the little micro episodes on Saturday. I'm just now not working on Saturdays, so now I catch them on Monday. Because originally, when they came out on Saturdays, I listened to them on the way to work on Saturday, and that's usually enough time to get through it. Because my work drive's about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on red lights and all that shit. So.
Right on. I think we pivoted with clown movies. I think we taught clown movies.
I think that's how you guys did it. Yep. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've done case. So we're gonna see how this shakes out, folks. Bear with me as always. I love podcasting. I love talking, but fuck me, am I horrible at reading scripts? And I write my scripts, but it's just like I lose my track. So we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna tear into it, but this is the 4th episode of I almost said Clowntober.
I know, right?
Camptober. You ready to get into it?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's try to stay on track here. All right. Deep in the swamps near South Toledo Bend State Park, campers whisper of a creature that's part man, part alligator, and all deep South terror.
Oh.
They call it the Parlangua. In tonight's episode, we dive into the eyewitness reports, local folklore, possible explanations, and ask the question everyone's wondering. Is there any truth behind the chilling tales coming out of Louisiana's campground? To understand the legend, we gotta start where it all began. The swamp itself. South Toledo Bend State Park, one of Louisiana's most scenic parks, sits on the shores of a massive Toledo Bend reservoir. The land was acquired in 1979, but the park didn't officially open to the public until November 20th, 2004. Located at 120 Bald Eagle Road in Anacoca, my father came from Anacoca. He lived there for a huge chunk of his life.
Oh, wow.
The park offers over 1,000 acres of rugged beauty, perfect for hiking, cycling, birding, and camping. Visitors stroll the Hippie Point Trail, search for bald eagles along the ridge, and cool off on the beach area. You can launch your boat, rent a cabin, or just kick back and watch the water roll by. But once the sun goes down, the park takes on another kind of life. Because for as long as anyone can remember, something is stirred in those waters, something big, something that, depending on who you ask, might not be entirely human. Reports of the Parlangua date back to the 1950s. The Discovery Channel even featured it on Beast of the Bayou, digging into the alleged 1960s attack at Rapids Parish, where a car was found submerged and its driver half-eaten.
Oh.
Since then, locals claim the creature has drifted farther south to Toledo Bend. All right, folks. Time for Just Logan to run down on some alleged encounters with the Parlangua. So here I've got, a lot of this comes from Reddit. Some come from some local websites, so we're going to tear into a couple short encounters. So the first one is Late Night Fisherman.
I love Reddit for this kind of stuff, man.
Oh, Reddit has everything from paranormal encounters, good campgrounds to go to how many Sharpies you can put in your butt. Reddit
Logan
covers
spends
it
way
all.
too much time on that Reddit.
No. All credit for me knowing that even exists goes to Kitty. Kayla once told me about that. I was like, do what? Because I don't have a Reddit. So I had to get an account to like look at these things and everything, because like you can only do so much without an account. So I don't know how to do Reddit. But one day she was telling me, I was like, "You're making this up," and she's like, "No, it's a thing." And I was like, "Why do you know?" And she's like, "That's not important." And it's literally a Reddit. It's literally a Reddit of how many Sharpies people can put in their butt. So Reddit for everything.
That is so wrong. What else do they have besides Sharpies?
I mean, the sky is the limit on Reddit.
It is, absolutely.
Because all it takes is some people being like, I wonder this, and then they type it in, and then they're like, oh, there's nothing here. Okay, then I'll type it myself, and then legions of people pop in and be like, well, I can put 5 Sharpies in my butt. And somebody's like, are we talking like the big Sharpies or like the small Sharpies?
That's right. We're not talking about the king-size Sharpies, are we?
It splinters off into a universe of its own. Meanwhile, I digress. Let's go back to the half-alligator, half-man, who hopefully has no Sharpies in his butt.
He might.
All right, the first encounter we have is the Late Night Fisherman. Summer 2023, a fisherman anchors near the Toledo Bend shorelines, planning to rest in his boat overnight. Around midnight, he hears splashing, then sees something behind him, a silhouette, human-shaped, but with the head of an alligator. Before he can react, it disappears beneath the water. The fisherman reported the encounter to the local Reddit community, where others suggested it might have been the waterman, a term that some locals like to use for the Parlangua. The man says the most startling thing was seeing an alligator, then the alligator rises 3 feet out of the water and has shoulders like a human being. He never returned to that spot.
I wouldn't go back either.
Well, like, now, my thing is like, I wish it was a little bit more scripted, because he says he has shoulders like a human being. Now, were they still scaly, or was like alligator head human? I gotta be a little bit more descriptive. But I mean, it was at night, and anybody that's willing to sleep in their fucking boat in Louisiana water anywhere is already slightly fucking unhinged.
That's true. You don't know what's in those waters.
I mean, no, absolutely not. And alligators like to get out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, your boat's low enough to the water, they're gonna be like, I could go for some not swimming right now, and the next thing you know, it's in the boat with you.
Right.
No, I'm not about it. Not sleeping in it. I've been in the swamps at dark. I've done it frogging and bow fishing, and like you can pay me to sleep out there.
I mean, shit. Even during the daytime is a little sketchy.
I mean, it's dicey. Everything out there bites. You got nutria rats, which are like beaver-sized rats that are pissy fuckers. All sorts of snakes. Water snakes, non-water snakes, poisonous, non-poisonous. They all like to fucking bite you. You've got your alligators. That's fantastic. You got your alligator snapping turtles.
Yes. Yep.
Just as bad. And then you got your alligator gar, which is a fish with alligator in the name because its mouth's like an alligator.
Right.
Also horrible.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wind in the swamp. It's not.
But so much of life revolves around those swamps down there.
I mean, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love going frogging because, like, you go to the store and buy frog legs. They're these tiny little pissant frog legs. You go to the swamp and do it. It's bigger than KFC's fucking chicken legs.
Right.
But you just gotta go deal with the bugs, the spiders, the everything.
Yeah.
Anything and everything you could think of's out there. So, I digress. The second story is called The Disappearing Campers. Back in the 1960s, 2 campers vanished near what's now the boat ramp at South Toledo Bend Park. Searchers found their tents, their gears, and massive upright alligator tracks, as if the alligator had stood on its hind legs and walked away from the shore, found near their tent. The tracks led into the swamp. The men were never seen again. Some whispers that the Parlangua had dragged them into the depths for trespassing on its land. That sounds like some Scooby-Doo ass plot right there.
Old man Jenkins!
You son of a bitch! Our third encounter was the fisherman's warning. A second angler claimed to have seen the glowing eyes rise from the water's edge. Set in the... son of a bitch, I fucked that up. A second angler claimed to have seen glowing eyes rise from the water's edge. Set in the face of something huge. Half submerged with the shoulders of a man, again with the shoulders, and the snout of a gator. He fled and never finished his fishing trip and refused to go back to Toledo Bend ever since. That's fair.
With these 3 stories, well, besides the ones that actually just totally disappeared, but the other 2, they're like, we saw it and we're not fucking going back.
Yeah, I mean, and that to Toledo is huge. So to be like, I'm just never going back to that body, because that stretches into Texas.
Okay.
And to be like, I'm never going back to Toledo altogether, that's fucking... That's exiting out a lot of fishing opportunities for you there. And let me tell you, they say there's a beach to go to. Viewers, Google what the beach looks like at this park, because it's Toledo Bend, and it's not, you're thinking a beach like the ocean. It's not. It is water that you'll just see a bunch of tree stumps coming out of the water. I've been to Toledo. It's not, it's a beach. I'll give you that. There is a beach, as in there is sand leading into water. It is not beautiful. It does not look appealing. Did I swim in it? Yes, but I was also a teenager and an idiot. All right, so encounter number 4, the swamp tour guide's encounter. A local guide once took tourists on a night tour. The boat's light swept across the banks, and there it was, a towering reptilian figure with a human torso and a tail of an alligator. It let out a hiss so loud that the whole group began to panic. After the ship captain got everybody back under control, the alligator man had seemed to disappear. They sped back to the dock and canceled the tour early, leading to multiple of the passengers demanding for a refund.
Want my money back.
I want my money back. You canceled it on account of Alligator Man. Like, I mean, if you... Here's the keys, bitch.
Yeah.
You want to go back out there? Have at it.
Let me know how that works out.
Yeah. All right. 5. The legend passed down. One elderly resident of Toledo Bend remembers her grandparents warning children not to wander near the swamp after dark. They said the Parlangua wasn't just a monster. It was a guardian, a spirit that punished those that trespassed on its land and the land of indigenous people. So that's the first time that I've seen anything tying him to indigenous people.
Right.
Before we wrap up the sightings, I want to share a short story said to be inspired by a real encounter called The Solemn Spirit of the Swamp.
Okay.
So bear with me. This one's a little long-winded.
Okay.
And it's from the perspective of the person. Let me bring it. I'm going to do my narrating voice here.
Now get it right. You got to down and
I launched my kayak from a small clearing on the south side of Toledo Bend, near a stretch of cypress trees whose knees form strange half-submerged silhouettes in the shallow water. The fog lay thick over the surface, drifting and shifting. I let the paddle rest lightly on the water surface, listening to the drip of dew from the leaves and the thin scrapes of my paddle blade moving through the marsh grasses. Then around where the narrow inlet curved towards the dense hardwood, I noticed movement. It broke the mirrored reflection, something with sinuous shape, slender under the water, just beneath the surface. I froze. The mist swallowed ordinary sound, but I felt my heart pounding, every breath quiet but sharp. At first it was easy to mistake for a log or a long root, drifting unseen, but then a head appeared, elongated, oval, perhaps the size of a medium dog's head, but more angular. The skin or scales glinted faintly, greenish-gray, wet, almost slimy in the sheen. 2 eyes, large, unblinking, set wide apart, they watched me. I dare not move. The eyes were intelligent, but cold, assessing, and they had an almost human sorrow or weariness in their gaze, as though the creature understood it was being observed. It retracted partially, just enough for me to see the body's curve, long, muscular, tapering. Along its back, perhaps small fins or uplifted ridges, hard to tell in the dim light. Over sputtering water and shade. Then it exhaled, or I thought I heard a sigh, some sound muffled like breath through the reeds. My kayak creaked. I couldn't help it. The creature stayed for a few heartbeats more, unhurried, calm, in its curtain of water rippling around it. Then just as silently as it glided deeper, disappearing under the submerged log, slipping away into the deeper gloom, the mist drifted again, swallowing the inlet. I sat there, paddle limp in my hand, watching for ripples, signs, shadows, but nothing more came. The water lay still, the air quiet, but for distant birds. My skin tingled with cold, my mind racing. What had I just seen? As the fog shifted, I got a clearer look at it, and that's when I realized that this was not just a normal animal. It rose partially out of the water. I swear to you, it stood upright, at least waist deep in the shallows. Its body was massive, nearly 7 feet tall, with a thick reptilian skin that looked like molted reptilian skin. Dark green armor. The texture was unmistakable, scaled, rigid, like the back of an ancient alligator. But it stood like a man, broad shouldered. That's when they mentioned shoulders again. Hunched forward as though weighed down by its unnatural form. The head was elongated like a gator's long snout, full of jagged yellow teeth, with strands of slime hanging from its mouth. But the eyes, ridged, glowing faintly amber in the low light, they filled with a cold, cunning awareness. This wasn't an animal just surviving. This was something thinking. Oh. The eyes were wrong, though. They were human-shaped, sunken beneath a heavy brow. Its arms were long and muscled, ending in hands, not claws, like a beast but twisted, gnarled, hands with thick fingers and black cracked claws at the tips. The hands could grip, could grab, unlike an alligator. I saw one clutching a dead fish, or what left of one, ripped clean down the middle. From the waist down, the creature tapered into a thick, powerful tail like an alligator, sweeping through the water with slow, deliberate control. It didn't just swim, it glided. Silently, almost gracefully. Parts of its back had spiny ridges, some broken, jutting up like old battle scars. Mud clung to its sides. It smelled of rot, algae, and something fouler, like something long dead pulled from the swamp. But the most disturbing thing was its expression. Not rage, not hunger. It looked lonely or cursed, like it had once been a man and part of it still remembered. That was when I knew I'd seen the Parlangua. Just like the old stories told to me by my grandparents, said a creature born of the swamp, cursed to walk the line between man and beast. So, out of all the research I've done, and I've known of the Parlangua forever, I grew up with my father's sister's husband telling me stories of the Parlangua when I was a kid, and he was from Anacoca also, where my father was from. And it was just something that was told to him by his parents, and his parents were told by their grandparents. It was just a fact. And like I said, Anacoca is right on, oh man, fucking brain just completely shut off, by Toledo Bend.
Okay.
And it's just something you go out there and you say Parlangua, and people are like, half man, half alligator, or the swamp booger man, or the water man. It's like they're Bigfoot. Fear wasn't the only thing the Parlangua inspired. In the 1980s, a haunting country song hit the local radio waves called The Legend of the Parlangua. It told the story of a father who went fishing and never came back, followed by his son who met the same fate. The chorus warned, "Stay out of the swamp when the moon runs high. The Parlangua, the swamp boogeyman, half alligator and the other half man. Son, don't go when you hear the call of the swamp water booger, the Parlangua." Real quick here, we're going to pause, and me and Golden Jay are going to listen to the song, and we'll be right back. What do you think? What do you think of the song, The Legend of the Parlangua?
Listen, man, we miss that in today's music culture. The story song that tells an entire story that you grab onto at the very beginning, and then you have the ending, and yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think we miss out on that.
Yeah, no, they definitely, storytelling music has definitely gone away. Because like you said at the beginning of the song, you get told about what happened to his dad, what motivated him, he went to go do it, the outcome was the same, and it ends with them being like, now his mom lives alone, because it's killed both the fucking men in her life.
Well, and a brother too, if I missed it, it said something about it got his brother and his paw.
The best thing about it is like the lore of the Parlangua is so deep and so old that it inspired some country singer back then to write and have a song produced that played on the local radio station.
Right.
Like the dude was so moved by it that he was like, I'm gonna write a song about this. And like in the song he talks about like you have to kill it with a limb from a sweet gum tree. Like that must have been the lore he heard growing up, and he was like, "That's going in the song."
Yep. Do we know what the curse of the Parlangua was?
It's depending on what you read and where you get your information. Some people are like he's just like I said. Some culture says that he is like a spirit, like a swamp spirit. Other people say that it's a curse. It was a man that got cursed for some reason and became half alligator, half man. So it's really up in the air. It's kind of like how when you look into Bigfoot, and some people are like Bigfoot's a portal keeper, or Bigfoot's an alien,
right.
Or Bigfoot's just the missing link between human and apes that's just chilling.
Right.
So that's the thing with cryptids, that it just really depends on where you hear it from. But the crazy thing about the Parlangua is he's seemingly a cryptid that is just in Louisiana, but every different parish in Louisiana has a different take on the Parlangua.
Gotcha.
Some call him the Waterman, some call him the Parlangua, some people like he's a protector, some people's like he's a vengeful spirit, and some people like, no, that's a man that got bit by an alligator and turned into a were-alligator. You know? So it's take it or leave it, it's all different. But let me get back to the let me wrap this up for you folks out there in podcast land. So next time you find yourself deep in the misty wilds of South Toledo Bend, when the air turns still and the cypress trees seem to lean in just a little too close, listen. The splash in the dark, the rustling just beyond your tent. Maybe it's the wind, or maybe it's something far older. Don't assume it's nothing. Campers have gone missing. Others have come back trembling, whispering about glowing eyes and something that stands where no animal should. Some say it's a story told to keep outsiders away. Others believe it's a real, cursed creature, half man, half alligator, born of mud, myth, and vengeance. We've brought you the stories, the songs, the sightings. Now it's your turn to decide. Is the Parlangua fact or folklore? If you ever go looking, bring a light. Trust your gut, and whatever you do, don't go when you hear the call of the swamp water booger, the Parlangua. The Parlangua, the swamp booger man.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm really glad you brought this story, because we have had merch for as long as Two Sop's been going of him. I do believe he's drinking a beer, right? His name is Bob.
He is, and it says fun, like some inside lore for y'all. The reason and my mom doesn't even know this, and she's got this on her fucking RV. The reason he has Bob on his shirt is because back in the day when I used to go drink with my buddies and sleep on his floor, back when we were not legal drinking age.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'd be laying on this shitty wooden floor, and they'd be trying to sleep, and I can't sleep, and I would fuck with them. Because like I said, my uncle always told me the story of the Parlangua.
Uh-huh.
And I would start to tell them the story of the Parlangua while laying on the floor, and they're like, we're trying to sleep, shut up. And I would just keep telling them the story over and over again. But as I would tell the story, and then I would start to tell again, I would change it a little bit. And at some point one night, and I was drunk, this is why he has a beer in his hand, it somehow pivoted into the Parlangua was actually Bob Saget in the swamp in an alligator suit. And I was like, but the Parlangua wasn't a man or an alligator. It was Bob Saget from Full House in the swamp in an alligator suit.
Oh.
So now on the side of my mom's RV and on our merch, there's the Parlangua throwing back a beer, and he's got "Hello, my name is Bob" on his shirt.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I love Bob Saget. Rest in peace, Bob.
It's fantastic. But no, he's not really dead. He's out in the swamps of Louisiana.
That's right.
Half man, half alligator. Really, Bob Saget in an alligator man suit. His passion is scaring local tourists.
Hey, listen, everybody's got to have something. I mean, oh, Bob Saget.
I'll say this. That wasn't as much time as I took writing that. It went by a lot quicker than I thought it would. So
It was good, man. Like I said, I'm glad you brought it because I always wondered about that one, and I've never taken the time to dig into it. I know that it is on the side of the RV. It's also on the top of her Bronco.
it is, yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's a great screen print that she's got on there.
My dad loves that design. And like
Yeah.
I said, for two people that love that design so much, they've never once asked why the fuck his shirt says, "Hello, my name is Bob" on it. Not once. But when I was telling Esteban, like my mom was like, my mom had specific. She wanted the alien
Yep.
drinking, and she specifically said a martini. She wanted the Banshee for sure.
Uh-huh.
And then she was like, this one, and then you can pick something. And I was like, I got you. I got you. And I was like, I'm going with the Parlangua. And she was like, what's that? It's like half man, half alligator. She's like, oh, that's perfect. And I was like, great. And I told Esteban, I was like, I was like, can you put him in like a trashy tank top, like a sleeveless shirt, and can you put a name tag on him that says, "Hello, my name is Bob," and have him like crushing a beer? And he was like, absolutely. And I was like, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, is there anything Esteban can't do?
Nah, that man is a wizard. Speaking of Esteban, folks, we know by this time you absolutely have it, but we know it took us a little while to get it. But unfortunately, Esteban had some technical difficulties.
Yep.
We only have one way to communicate with Esteban, and that went down for a hot minute.
Yeah.
So Esteban got back on it as quick as he can. He does amazing work, but the work he does is very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a second to get around.
Well, and old Golden Jay wasn't easy on Esteban this round. I mean,
There was a lot.
I was very specific on what I wanted for the Camptober logo, and I'm extremely happy with what I've seen of it so far. As like I said, right now we don't have it yet.
Original characters
Yeah.
are going to be on the. Well, by this time you guys should already have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely should already have it. So we got two of our main flagship characters out there. We got Haskins in the background. We got Casper coming out of the campfire. You got Nods to Sleepaway Camp. It's a fantastic design. At this point, I haven't seen it with color, but I've seen the sketches and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing Casper in his cartoon version because we got him on the Chiller Filler stuff where he looks more friendly and cartoony. Right. But like his Casper's original design, he looks scary, and in this design, where he's coming out of the campfire, homeboy looked like he'd been hitting the fucking gym.
Yeah, he definitely does. He is definitely bulked up.
So I can't wait to see what he looks like. Is Casper going to be in the colors of like the fire because he's coming out of the fire? I can't wait to see what it looks like. He's also working on Halloween designs for my channel,
right? Which
I'm stoked for. I'm drinking out of a beer koozie that he designed for me. Right here, right now.
Right.
So there, it's the big one, like how 7-Eleven has the big gulp. In Super Sentai, one of the shows in Japan that we watched, there's a character called the Big One. So I was like, can you make a spin on that called the Big One Gulp? And then on the background, we have the Big One fighting a monster that's coming out of soda. So
Right on.
Esteban does fantastic work. He can do cutesy stuff. He can do serious stuff. He can do just plain logos. The man's a wizard. So go buy your Camptober merch.
Yep. And
Don't pass on it.
I'll tell you what, guys, since it didn't come out right on October 1st, I am going to hold all Camptober stuff all the way through November on our website, so you'll get a chance to see it and get a chance to go order it. Of course, once Camptober comes out, all of the old stuff will come out. But make sure you guys look for that coffee mug, because the coffee mugs will have all 4 Tober logos on it. I fucking love those coffee mugs.
So it's Dolltober, Vantober, Clowntober, and then
Camptober.
Yep.
They'll all be on the coffee mug.
Also, go look for, I'll hop on there by the time this is aired out. I will have hopped on there, and we will have put Bob, the Parlangua, on a beer koozie.
Absolutely.
Go get your goddamn Bob Parlangua beer koozies.
Absolutely.
He's half alligator, the other half man. Go get it.
He needs to make a comeback. He's been out of circulation for a minute or two, so
he needs your respect.
He does.
He's out there just scaring people in Louisiana, just bringing that extra oomph to campsites. Go out there and get it. Support the website. Go get you some sick ass merch. Like I said, go get the Camptober stuff while you can. A lot of work went into it.
Yeah.
Logan's gonna hop on the website. It's been a while since he's made merch, but like there's a lot of stuff we can do out there. If you want a shower curtain with one of our designs on it, it can happen.
Absolutely. You just got to let us know. Yeah.
Let me know. But we can do beer koozies in slim and normal size. We can do your whiskey glasses, your wine glasses. I mean, you just let us know and we'll make it happen, because it's about you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me tackling the case. It's been a long time. I had to knock the dust off. Hopefully it was all right. It went by a lot faster than I thought.
You did a great job.
Under the hour mark. Or we're just a little over the hour mark.
Yeah, but you did a great job. You did a wonderful job. Welcome back to the storytelling.
I love the Parlangua. He's been something that I was told as a child about. Not as in like it's a story.
Right.
As if like he was, like I was told from a man that believed that he was out there. So I hope I did Bob justice. Been telling his story since I was a minor consuming alcohol. I will keep telling his story as I go up. He's on an RV now because of me. So.
Well, here's to you, Bob. Cheers.
Wherever you are in the swamps of Louisiana, where the swamp moss grows on the back of your hand.
That's right. Oh,
I think that's been it. I think that's it, folks. I think that's the last, other than the extra episodes like Chiller Filler and everything. This is going to be the last case for Camptober.
Absolutely.
It's another October locked under the Tusop franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed it, appreciate it. Let us know what you think about the design now that it's out. Like, review, check out everything else under the Golden Mojo Entertainment flagship. Anything else, Gold J?
No, man, you nailed it. You got it.
It's the mustache. It makes me
It does. It does. Yeah.
I have to have this for 3 months. After the wedding, it was the whole deal with a bunch of people. 3 months of mustache.
Okay.
Kitty's not super enthused. So.
I can see it on the end of the 3 months. She'll have you laying on the bathroom floor as she's shaving your face. Yeah, you know it.
It's gone. It's a whole lot of chin for Logan. He don't know where to show up.
You look like Gardner Minshew from Kansas City Chiefs backup quarterback.
I don't fucking know who that is. I got fucking... I can't remember who it was. Somebody called me the fucking... I can't remember what part of Black Sabbath he was, but somebody called me one of the members of Black Sabbath. But there's 2 of them in Black Sabbath that had mustaches. I don't know. I can't remember which one they called me, but I was like, what the fuck?
Well, Tony Iommi had a mustache, but I don't know that he had the deep line mustache like that.
And then somebody called me something Lenny, but I don't know what the fuck Lenny they're talking about.
Lemmy from Motorhead.
Lemmy.
There you go.
Okay, so I got Lemmy from Motorhead too.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's a thing.
You ought to go just listen to some Ace of Spades and know that...
Ace of Spades!
It's an Ace of Spades! The Ace... Yeah, I'm telling you. You'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm Lemmy. Just call me Lemmy.
Lemmy was a god.
It's a shame to be able to grow such a nice mustache in a world that fucking shits on mustaches. At some point, somebody somewhere ruined mustaches for everybody, because I'm telling you, in the fucking 70s and the 80s, mustaches ran wild, and then all of a sudden they became not cool.
Yep.
And
Think
so now
about
you
it.
just get shit on for having a mustache. And Cawthron men, if they can do anything, we can't grow the side beards well. We can grow right here and the mustache well. So my dad locks in like the whole shebang, and that's what I normally rock. But fuck, we can grow a good mustache. Like I shaved this off; it's back in a week.
Right?
No, everybody don't like mustaches. So
hey, just tell your wife you're giving away free mustache rides. Just there you go.
I think Mason would support the mustache. I think he thinks it would look nice.
He very well could. Does Mason doesn't have a mustache, does he?
No, but I just think he could appreciate my mustache.
He could.
It's a nice mustache, Mason. I hope you're on the Patreon so you can see this video.
Uh-huh.
And tell me this is a nice mustache. Make me feel a little bit better. Because I have to catch shit every day I walk out of the house with this mustache. And I have to wear it for 3 months. So, and I can't trim. The rules are I can't trim past here.
Oh.
So this bitch, by the time I'm done, is going to be over my lips.
You'll have to lift it up to get your food in there.
I know. It's going to be fucking horrible. And I made this deal while I was drunk as shit, so...
You would think that you would quit drinking and making deals.
I mean, yeah. But you know what they say, you can't change a zebra's stripes or Cawthron's drinking habits.
That's true. Well, that's true. You just never know.
The more I drink, the more I talk, so it's just fucking... And then you end up with a 3-month mustache.
That's right. Hey, listen, it works. It's fun. It's one of those things that, after 3 months, you both might say, you know what, go ahead and keep it.
Or I might want to keep it. She'll be like, no. And I'm like, it's going to look like a broom on my face. There's no longer going to be like the handlebar. It's just going to be straight across.
All I can think of is Sam Elliott from what? Was he Tombstone,
yeah,
right?
It's going to be that. It's going to be where you literally can't see his lips and you can just see the mustache move a little bit while I talk.
Whatever you say there, Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. That's fine. It'll be all right.
It's all good. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you doing Camptober with us, like like every year and every month that you come and do the other side with me. I know you're busy, and it's always good to get a chance to sit down and chat with you and talk paranormal. And I'm super excited that you brought this story because I didn't know anything about the half man, half alligator, the what is it? Parlangua. I try to write all this down. So,
listen, if anything I've learned from the wedding is people reading or hearing Cajun French throws them off, because the amount of people I drove past grabbing goes, where the goes spelled with like the G and the EA and the UX, and people are like, what the fuck does that say? It says grab and go, and they're like, that does not say go. And I was like, it says go in French in French Cajun, and they're like, no, that's made up shit right there. I was like, just wait till you see how they spell Thibodeau and Boudreaux. It'll be all right.
I got corrected on Boudin because we call it Boudin. And
it's not Boudin. Holy fuck, it's not Boudin. Yeah, it's Boudin.
It's Boudin. I did get my. Because, it's just like, I'm going to give me some Boudin balls.
No wonder the ghosts were haunting you at the fucking plantation.
I know, right? Because I just talked to
can you believe this man said Boudin?
But wait till you get down to the deep south of Louisiana, where, I don't know, what do they call them? Oh, do I say it? How they speak? They speak in coon ass.
Coon ass, yep.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
And that is a very deep thing. It's a very deep south thing. You talk about some crazy, I don't know, broken English. I don't even know how to really say what it is, but I guess Boomhauer is probably the best example you can get. Yeah, so.
I gonna talk about fucking Blue Moon of Kentucky. I love Boomhauer.
We all love Boomhauer. All right, man, take us out.
All right, well, fuck, I just want to go into the other side way. I don't even remember how you leave the United States of Paranormal anymore.
Oh, that's true. This kind of is my domain. This ain't yours, is it?
All I remember is I used to say keep it. Let me give it a whack.
Go for it.
All right. All right, folks, it's time for us to get the hell out of here. But remember, next time you're on the road and you're driving by, you see a hitchhiker with his thumb out, and you're like, hey, I might pick that guy up. Don't fucking do that.
Duh.
It's the fucking highway.
Stupid.
It's dangerous to pull over on the side of it. Plus, the guy's probably a fucking murderer. Just keep on driving. Turn that radio off and put on an episode of the United States of Paranormal. And just keep on trucking. And we will see you next time we travel on down this spooky highway, looking at everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal. This has been Logan and Golden Jay on the United States of Paranormal podcast. And we will see you on the other side.
Bye.
You like that
That
shit?
That was good. Yeah.
We'll never remember it ever again.
I got it recorded.
5 Bud Light Tall Boys right there. All right, folks, keep it spooky. We're the fuck out of here.
Later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. Golden 80s, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys, wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.